Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Megan and today we are doing our May monthly resets. We're going to do a little reflecting on April and how it treated us, how many goals we hit it, if we hit any goals, and then we are going to get our goals for May. So if that's something you enjoy watching and it helps to give you some ideas and motivation to set some new goals for a fresh new month, this is the video for you. Okay, so we're sitting in this is kind of probably going to be like my new sit down chit chat filming area with you guys. It's the front of the house. I have this big beautiful double window. I have these nice cute little swivel chairs. I have my little library set up, and this is like my little happy place in the house. So this is probably where we're going to be filming the most on days that we're not vlogging. And we have a barn swallow that I found out who's making a nest on my front porch. So she's literally always flying right at the window, and I'm so scared she's gonna hit it, but she keeps coming in. So if you can hear her or if you see me get distracted, it's because she's up here and she's trying to make her nest. But let's kind of talk about April. I'm gonna really try not to be a Debbie Downer, but April was not a good month for me. I am so feeling overwhelmed with, I think the biggest thing, and Ryan and I have talked about this numerous times this month, is it's gotta be just prepping myself for Talon's graduation. We're having a big graduation party here the day after. When I'm filming this, it's exactly 3 weeks away. And I'm still currently painting our house. I'm still currently buying furniture for the house. And my money is just going out and going out and going out. And you know, that takes a toll on you. And I'm not used to spending money, especially on furniture, which we did need furniture for the house. We had not set up the front of the house since we moved in, and it's been 3 years. But I have always focused on saving and putting it towards vacations, and so I'm not used to it going to a different fund. But being out here, now that this area is finished and seeing the dining room, it does bring me joy, and it needed to happen, and it is very nice for our house. So I am happy with it and everything, but it's just stressful. And not only that, but I battled hay fever to the max. Ryan, again, we're talking about this, I've never really battled allergies. I do get sinus headaches a lot, but as far as the allergy type part, the head colds, I've never battled. And this month it did not want to let go of me. If this eye wasn't swollen shut, this eye was swollen shut. And of course, I hate going out in public looking like that. I look like I have a sty or I have pink eye. It's oozing and gross, and it hurt to the dickens. The sun hurt. I was constantly wearing sunglasses, constantly wearing a baseball hat. I didn't want to go to the gym because I was so self-conscious. I looked horrible. So I was going to the gym 1 or 2 days a week when I felt the best. But other than that, I've just been trying to lay low, do stuff around the house as far as getting the house ready for the graduation party. So I'm on the home stretch. I mean, I've been getting the house ready since January, and it is now the last day of April. So I've got 3 weeks left. I'm on the home stretch, and then I'm gonna take a break, definitely, from doing house stuff. And I also have a vacation coming up 3 or 4 weeks after graduation, which I'm so glad I booked myself. But you guys aren't gonna get it out of me. That's gonna be for next video. But yeah, with just getting my just money going out towards the house, painting cost me way more than I thought. and then having hay fever all month, it just kind of kicked my tushy. But I did have a lot of fun moments, and I'm just gonna kind of like organically kind of talk about my April with you guys. I'm not gonna like write down like what was my most challenging and what's all that. I'm just gonna like do organic today, if that's okay. But I did have some really sweet moments. I went to a Broadway show with my sisters. We've started to do more like sister type dates, which makes my heart so happy because when we all lived together, we got to hang out all the time. When I shared custody with my ex-husband, he had the kids one weekend, I had the kids one weekend, and so the weekends I didn't have the kids, I was able to do a lot of socializing. And now that I have both the teenagers full time with me, and now I have a 2.5-year-old, I don't get to like go out and socialize a whole lot. And now that they both live, one lives about 40 minutes from me and one lives about an hour from me, so we're just like a little bit farther from each other than like say 10-15 minutes down the street. But we all went into the city and got dressed up and had cocktails at this fabulous little bar, and then went and saw Moulin Rouge. You guys, hands down. Now, granted, I saw Anastasia at like a small theater. It wasn't like a Broadway show. And I saw Lion King when I was like 16 in California on Broadway. By far, Moulin Rouge was hands down my favorite. And I had so much fun. So I actually told Rye I might bring him along. There's some more shows coming at the end of the year. He might come with me to some shows, or I might go with the sisters. But that was such a fun day. And then we went peony fields, so we picked some flowers, and that was so much fun. And we packed this fun little picnic lunch, and we took the kids to the playground, and we had like wine spritzes, and that was such like a fun day with my family. My mom and I ended up going thrifting afterwards. And then I had my sisters over again, and we did like painting in my yard one evening. So I made cocktails, and we all had wine glasses, and we painted fun wine glasses. And this is actually mine. Now, I'm not a big wine drinker. I like a good wine spritz, but that's about it. But I figured this one that's like stemless is fun for my Zevia, like my sodas or iced coffee. So hold on, I'm gonna take a sip. That was such a fun night, just doing that and having girl time. Just like hanging out with the family, really. We've been doing like more movie nights with Ridge, and I got him this little like Disney game, and he's really enjoying that. So we try to play that at night with him, and just like little moments like that. So I did have a really good like getting out. Ridge and I played every single day outside. It was always so beautiful. So I did have some really nice moments in April. So, you know, you got your good and your bad, but I am glad April's over. I'm ready for a fresh start. I actually just canceled my gym membership, and there's a brand new gym that's like a third of the price that's opening up on the opposite side of town, but it's like the same distance from my house. And that opens May 8th. So we're gonna do some at-home workouts till May 8th, and then we're gonna be back in the gym. So that's something that I'm excited to look forward to, but I also just, my body needed a break. The last 2 weeks, like I said, I was so sick. I think my body just needed to rest. So glad that's over with. But let's go over our April goals and what goals we were able to accomplish. So I've got my April goals pulled up. The first one was 8 YouTube videos. Bombed that. I think I got 5 or 6 videos up. Like I said, I was so sick. Pretty much all the videos you guys saw of me, that's when I was like looking my best, and it's honestly probably the worst videos of me on the internet as we speak, because again, one eye was always swollen shut, and my face is so broke out from just like blowing my nose and everything. Like it's just raw right through here. So I was really self-conscious about filming. I tried the best I could, but some days I was just like, I'm too embarrassed to get in front of the camera. And you know, you can't just like cake on a bunch of makeup all the time when you got eyes watering, nose is snot. I mean, there's no point in having makeup on. 200 graduation, I was able to hit that goal for Talon, for party prep, for gift, for dorm room, all that kind of stuff. 275 for vacation fund, was able to hit that. 200 for emergency fund, hit that. Dining room furniture complete. You guys, I have the chairs, the last chairs have been delivered, and I got 2 of them put together yesterday. So I'm gonna try to get the other 2 put together, probably not today because I've run out of time. But it's on my to-do list. Thursday and Friday is to finish getting those. But the dining room is complete. Paint laundry room and staircase. So we got the staircase done. The laundry room we definitely not have gotten done. So I like half hit that goal. 2 to be read, hit that goal. Well, I've got about 80 more pages and I'm literally, as soon as I'm done filming, I'm gonna finish it. So I'm gonna tell myself that I finished it. 1 art craft project. We did our wine painting classes with my sisters. Stay on a gluten-free, dairy-free diet. I did that. I hit 8 weeks. So yesterday was actually my first night that I had a meal with cheese in it. My stomach did fine. I did like coconut milk as my like milk, but then it said dairy-free cheese and I didn't have any dairy-free, so I just used a little bit of cheddar and I was fine. So I'm gonna start slowly incorporating a little bit of dairy, a little bit of gluten, and just see how I do with it. 8 walks with Ridge. I definitely didn't hit that. Ridge and I know I only walked Ridge 2 days. 2 days. Like I said, because my eyes were so sensitive to the light, it was very hard for me to like go outside for a very long time. So I would like take him in the backyard for like 15 or 20 minutes and play, and like that was all my like eyes could handle. So bombed that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay. So 7 out of 10 goals. So that's better than I thought. I literally thought I hit like maybe 5. So not too bad. And then in my new little notebook, how sweet is this little notebook? It's so pretty. I wrote down May goals. So let's go over our May goals. Okay. So I'm going to put the little picture I took of my May goals up on the screen so you guys can look at them. But the first one is going to be another 8 YouTube videos. Because I didn't hit that goal, I want to stick with that number. I thought about upping it, but I really struggled. So hopefully I can get 8 this month for you guys out. $150 my emergency fund, $200 for Talon's graduation, $275 again for vacation fund. So all those numbers, well, I took down my emergency fund just a little bit because I don't know work-wise like how much I'm really gonna like be able to put away, and unfortunately the other 2 come first right now until August. So that's why I took emergency fund just down just a little bit. 2 to be read books, 2 physical books. So I want to kind of show you the ones that I picked out. In my last video, I showed all my spring to be read. So I picked 2 out of that little list. The first one I'm going to start with is Pretend You're Mine by Lucy Score. And then the second one that I want to read is the Dreamland Billionaires collection, the fine print by Lauren Asher. So these I'm excited to start reading. I'm actually going to start this one tonight. I'm going to have myself some tea and I'm going to start that. So I'm excited for those. Berry picking. So my sister and I literally were saying on our like spring bucket list that we both have strawberry picking, and there's a strawberry farm in Easley that she said she took my niece to last year, and it was a ton of fun. So that's on my list. We're gonna do it this month. I'm pretty sure we've scheduled it between both of our calendars. I think we came up with a day, and we're just gonna make a day of it. We're probably gonna go out early so it's not too hot, then take the kids on a picnic playground type day. So I'm excited for that. I really want to try my hand at doing some strawberry preserves. I remember doing this every summer when I was growing up in Florida. My mom always did this, and it was just so much fun. And I am not kidding you. It's the best jam I ever had in my life. It was so good. Okay, so I have 4 self-care nights. So that's basically 1 self-care night a week. I've struggled to keep up on my Sunday routines. I have not been doing good with it at all. So I'm just gonna tell myself, if you can just pick one night that, you know, Rye does nighttime routine with Ridge, I can like kind of get to myself a little bit earlier, and we're gonna do bubble bath, and we're gonna do reading, and we're gonna do tea. We are gonna either paint our fingernails, or we're gonna do like a face mask, or we're gonna go to Barnes & Noble or to the library a little earlier in the evening and read a book, check out a book, get like a decaf coffee somewhere and just sit and read. But like, I need to start prioritizing taking like more time to myself, at least one night a week, because I've really neglected that, and I can tell in my mental health that it's like really not good for me. Set up patio. So we got some hand-me-down free patio furniture when we first moved in from a neighbor, and we were like, yeah, fine, you know, we don't have anything to sit on, so yeah, we'll take it, it's free. But it has gotten like grungy, and I've tried saving it, and there's no saving it. Half the cushions blew away in storms, so it's like missing a ton of cushions. So that's like a chunk of money. I told myself like, okay, you're done after the dining room, but like we really need some outdoor furniture, especially if I'm going to be spending a lot more time out there now that our fence is getting built tomorrow. So I want to start slowly buying a collection. I think I know which one I want. I've picked it out, but I'm going to slowly, just like I've been doing with the dining room, like every couple weeks buy a piece, because that's the only financial way that I can do it. Gardening. So we are gonna do a cut garden, like a cut flower garden. I've already got the seeds. I've already like mapped out in the yard where it's gonna be. And then we're also gonna do some raised garden beds with fruits and vegetables and herbs. So that's something that I'm gonna work on all month. And then 10 is graduation party. Like that is taking up so much of my time right now. We just took senior pictures last night. We're getting our tux for prom tonight. We have prom Saturday night, so we'll be downtown Saturday night. I have sent out half my graduation announcements. I need to go get stamps and mail out the rest. Then I have to mail out graduation party invites by the end of this weekend. Then I have to order the catering. Like there's just like so much on my to-do list in like the next 3 weeks. Like get decorations, like balloons, like cups, plates, all this kind of stuff. So because that's going to take up so much time this month, it's on my goal list, because it's something that I have to devote a good chunk of my time to, and there's a lot to be done. So it needs to be on my goal to like get all this stuff done. That is all of our May goals. I'm excited. There's a few new ones that are fun and exciting. The berry picking, the gardening, I'm so excited for those. And then I'm gonna be it's gonna be like a bittersweet. I'm gonna be like, whew, like I did it, like got this kid graduated and threw a huge party and was the hostess with the mostest. But then I'm gonna be like sad because he's gonna be leaving me in a couple months. But so it's definitely a bittersweet goal to have on here, but I'm excited for it either way. Now, I wanted to kind of go over my 2 books that I read this month. One of them, and it's 5 books, so I'm not gonna get the whole thing out, but I can put some pictures of them, was A Court of Thorns and Roses. 5 huge books. Well, one was little, so 4 huge books. But I read the last one this month, and then, like I said, I have like 80 more pages left of Fragile Sanctuary, and I'm almost done with that. A Court of Thorns and Roses. Each book was very unique and different, and again, it's a fantasy love story. Number 5 was probably my favorite out of all the books. Number 5. I just loved that story of the couple. So between 1 and 4, it followed like pretty much one couple, and then it switched to this other couple that's kind of been in the background of A Court of Thorns and Roses. and man, they took the spotlight and they shined. Like, loved both these characters so much. So I would give overall Court of Thorns and Roses a 5 out of 5. It was such an amazing, like all these stories combined into one. This book, however, Fragile Sanctuary, Catherine Cowles, this is the first book I've read of hers. It's pretty good. I can tell that it's starting to pick up steam, and I'm like, well, we're like almost done with the book, so you should be picking up steam. But I haven't quite figured out who the bad person is in this book yet. I mean, I kind of have my guess, but I would say Fragile Sanctuary, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. So I don't know if I'm going to continue with the Sparrow Falls series or not, and I'm glad that I only bought one. I almost bought like all of them because I think there's like 3 of them, but I only started with this one to see how I liked it, and it was okay. It wasn't one of my favorites. I don't really like how the main guy kind of talks. Anson kind of talks a little, I don't know, it's just not, he's not my vibe a whole lot. So I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. Good book, but not like great, really like threw me. Okay, so last month I started this new thing where we talk about new content creators that I'm loving. If any of you guys need some new content creators to watch, these are all people that are on YouTube just like me, and I've really been enjoying watching them a lot this month. Let me tell you, I have done a lot of YouTube watching. I have like binged so much stuff this month just because, again, I was like hiding from the world with my lovely face. But Michelle Reed, she is the sweetest thing. I actually watched her like probably 5 or 6 years ago. And then I don't know why, but maybe she got a little boring for me or something. I don't know why. Maybe I wasn't relating to her, but I love her content right now. She's got a little boy. So, you know, she's a mom, she's married. I believe they still live out in Texas, but she does like a lot of like romanticizing your life, a lot of slow down type of vlogs, very like homemaking, but just really, she makes really, really beautiful videos. Person that makes amazing, like this is, if I could like become the best videographer of my life, it would be Allison Biggerstaff. She makes the hands down best videos. I don't know how, but they're just so peaceful to watch. They're so beautiful. They're so serene. The way she talks, she's big into gardening and baking sourdough and being outside with nature, Christian. She's just lovely. She's just like very graceful is the best way I can say it. Madison Pratt, she is a newbie on YouTube, and she's the cutest little button I ever did see. She is very bubbly, sweet, young. She's married, and she is a Disney girly. So her content is like 95% based on Disney, which, you know, is like my happy place in this world. So I always love watching her stuff. And then my last one is Pixie Dusted Mom. She is a mom to 2 little girl toddlers. I believe she lives in Tennessee, and they do full on Disney content. So again, another place I love watching. I just love watching people like pack and get ready for Disney and travel to Disney and like what they're eating in the parks and what's their favorite ride and the outfits they're wearing. I just love it. It just makes me so happy. So those are some of my favorite content creators this month. I think that's pretty much gonna wrap up our May monthly reset. I feel like it wasn't as long as last time, but maybe it was. Maybe because I didn't like go over a bunch of questions with myself, but I'm excited for April to close out, May to come in, May to have her moment. This is when like stuff is really gonna start growing and the grass is turning green and I'm getting my fence. So stay tuned for like all the gardening backyard projects, because this is the month that that's gonna happen. And I'm excited to like spend way more time outside and nature love me back because I love it so much. So hopefully she's good to me. Hay fever again, but I hope you guys enjoyed setting this month up with me. I hope it gave you guys some inspiration and motivation to set some goals up for yourself this May. Let me know down in the comments which goals you're gonna set this month. I would love for us to kind of share, give me some ideas, give everyone else some ideas, so share yours down below. But with all that being said, I love you guys and let's hit May running. Love you, bye.